What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing all right today. Let me switch you guys over here to my wireless mic.
Did it already die on me, or did I just forget to turn it on?
Looks like...
There we go. We got both now. I'll have to keep an eye on that, make sure this thing doesn't die. Upgraded today, guys. Don't have to wear a headset in the garage anymore. I got a set of $10 Bluetooth headphones connected to my PC now. So, maybe you guys can actually hear me. Quick. I hope you guys can hear me all right with this mic. It looks like it's a little low on the scale, but I think you guys are all right. So we definitely want to bring that music down a little bit, and then we should be good other than that. I mean, this mic does all right. We'll throw it right here. See how it does like that right there. Obviously, working on the Chrysler today. I've got our other bracket. It dried overnight. I made it right before I went to bed and gave it a good coat of paint with the the hopes of putting it back on today. So, good Lord. But here we are. Don't have anybody in the Discord right now, so hello. Yep, this is working. Looks like the battery died on my other one, so I got it charging. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on whether or not it's picking up. Because I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to charge this one last night too. But to be fair, I used that other one all day yesterday, so it is what it is, you know. But if you guys are curious, this is bracket number 2 for the coolant expansion tank. We are just attempting to mount it, get it in, and then the only thing we have left after that is literally one heater core line, and then the cooling system is all intact at that point. So let's go over here real quick. I'm gonna switch you guys over. That expansion tank is right there on the right. You can actually see the little tab there sticking out under that hose that we're about to bolt this to. Luckily, I still got this sitting here. And this should go, yep, right on this hole right here. So now I just got to get a nut and bolt for that hole. And then if you notice right there on the radiator, we've also got a set of gaskets, and that's our exhaust gaskets. We're going to pull the manifolds off. I got to do a little bit more clearancing on the driver's side one just to have a little more clear on that steering gearbox, and we're going to mount those up today too. Let me see if I can clean this video up at all, guys. It was really bright. That's a little better. A little bit more better. Let me hunt up a bolt and a nut here, guys. Is all I'm looking for right now. Sorry. And I got one. No problem. Now this is going to be the hard part. Because I'm going to have to go from underneath to get to what I want to get to. So bear with me just a moment while I try to finagle my way down here. What we're gonna try to do is get this nut started. There's a stud here that I think I can hang my wrench on. Is what I'm after. Yeah, this is going to be fairly difficult. What I need is somebody here with me to turn that. Unless I get under here. Can't really get the right angle for what I'm after. Let me see if I can get a socket on my impact and just have the impact's weight holding that bolt down to get the nut started, and then we should be good. 15 impact's right here. If we can get it to fit down in there. And just rest on top of this thing. It should hold it in place for me to put the nut on and at least get it started. This is where we need like a remote button to run the fucking impact. Like I just hold the nut with my fingers and then push a button. It's like zing. There we go. She started. And now I should be able to set my wrench in place. And the way it'll turn it, it should hold it. I say should. We'll find out, but we're just going to zing it. And that's it. It did it. It worked. Oh, bending my brackets wouldn't hurt. Oh, I didn't tighten this back bolt. That's what's going on there. Okay. Okay, now I need to get my 10 mil with another extension. And we will go ahead and get that bracket lined out. Probably going to need a wrench on the nut at the bottom, but we'll find out. No, we didn't. Sweet. One second. Oh, we didn't tighten the one down there either. Okay. I was like, what the heck is going on here? That one's completely loose. Okay. Well, the good news is I should be able to grab that one with a wrench from up top. The other good news is it should be this 14 right here. All right, there it is. And now we've got an expansion tank mounted, guys. Heck yeah. We get that hose right there, that clamp on. As soon as this hose clamps on, and as soon as this heater hose is extended up here where it needs to be, that puts the cooling system sealed. I need to get 2 clamps to do the upper radiator hose. I'm not 100% happy with it just yet, but it would work. It's just got a little kink at the radiator nozzle there. You can kind of see it. The whole hose isn't kinked, it's just one side. We need something with like a pre-bent angle there. Again, work in progress. We will figure it out. Let's see. I'm going to have to run over to the barn. I've got a brass extension or union, whatever you want to call it, splice. I need to grab it for this heater hose. That way I can go ahead and get it bolted up. So bear with me just 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right, you guys are picking me up again. Cool, cool. Did not find what we were looking for over there, unfortunately. That's okay, though. That's an O2 sensor. That definitely needs to go back over there. Cam sensor plug is going to be moved forward. No big deal. Mass airflow. I'm guessing. This must be our alternator plug. No big deals. We'll get all that stuff once we get all that stuff, you know. I'm going to have to call and order a piece of 5/8 hose, as well as 2 clamps and a brass splice. Unfortunately, not looking forward to that, but we're gonna have to do what we're gonna have to do, guys. Either way, our expansion tank is mounted. I guess I could grab a pair of pliers here. I'll pull that clamp around and get it bolted on there. It's a shame that heater core hose ended up being too short. There we go. I said it's not. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. Like we can push down on it, but it'll vibrate a little. But we're not touching anything. The biggest thing is we don't have a fender mount back here. This usually would mount against the fender with the 2 mounting points. It is what it is. It's plastic. It's funny because the plastic mounts are flexing when I move it, not my actual brackets. So we're gonna call that one and leave it where it's at. This is the heater hose we got to get. It is, as you guys can see, the length of my pointer finger away from reaching back here. Is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. This is the pre-made hose from Chevrolet. It's got this weird T in it, but this one, and this one, this is 3/4, this is 5/8, and this is probably 1 inch. So they're all 3 different sizes. I can't eliminate that without a big bulk of unsightly crap right there. So we're just gonna leave her where she's at for now. I don't know. I guess I could technically bring this up here, and then if we wanted to go with a factory location, which of course the tabs are broke on this thing, we could zip tie that if we had to that bracket, and that would get our heater hoses away from the exhaust, right? That would work with me. That gives us all this room right here for our ECU, fuse box, etc. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably splice this in and then run it over here where it goes. I don't know if you guys can see all the way back on the firewall right there or not. Here's where our heater core is, right back here. This is the hose that's too short from factory. So we're going to splice into it and run it over to here. I like that routing a little better. It keeps it up off everything. I'm going to have to come up with a zip tie to hold that bracket in place though, because the tabs are broke off the bottom of it. Which, whatever, the zip tie will just be on the bracket. You won't even see it. Normally I don't like using them, but it's a black bracket, a black hose. We're using a black zip tie. You're not going to notice it. especially after I trim the ends off of it. No big deal. We'll probably zip tie both sides of it just to make sure she holds in place good. Grab our side cutters. That way we can take care of this real quick like. These are going to go through the bracket. Oh, the bracket doesn't have holes. Okay. These are going to go underneath the hose. Hopefully they don't interfere. Cheap zip ties. I literally just broke that one in half. Like, I didn't break the end of it. I snapped the whole like ribbon. That's crazy. Guess that's what happens when you get Temu zip ties, you guys. That ain't going nowhere. Now, as long as this guy sits in place, yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna cut this one off. I don't know who put that on there. That's a wiring harness mount. And then this guy serves about no purpose. This hose is a hair soft. We might replace that one still just yet. I don't know. How about factory? This one has the markings on it for where it goes through this clamp. And that's exactly where it is. So we'll run that one over. I like that. Guys, that's got a lot accomplished there. We've got radiator hoses. We've got heater hoses figured out. We've got expansion tank. We don't have our overflow here figured out just yet. That usually goes back to the radiator on the Chevrolet. I'm going to have to research what option. I forgot about that. Our steam port here goes to the throttle body. We still might go get the block offs for that and just block the steam ports off. That's not a big deal because our expansion tank is higher than the heads. We shouldn't have to worry about bleeding. I've never had an issue with blocking them off, front or rear, on these. We've done it on a lot of stuff. I know this is the first one you guys have seen on the channel, but this is not my first LS swap, sorry. Got the hiccups a little bit. I started my LS swapping career, if you will, every bit of 10 years ago. Back in like 2014, 2015. On a early 80s Chevrolet bread truck. We pulled a small block out of it, ended up putting an LS in it with side pipes, all-terrain dualies. And it was a service truck for the shop I worked in. It was a mobile service truck. It was pretty badass. We put 3 or 4 motors in that thing, as a matter of fact, and then finally landed on an LS. And it worked out just fine. But I've done square body Chevrolets. I've done Jeep Wranglers. Done Cummins swaps and Chevy 3500s. I've done a little bit of everything, man. I've done a lot of Honda swaps, a lot of Nissan swaps. I had a 240. I did not do this swap, but I had a 240 SX that had a 1UZ FE 4.0 V8 out of an LS 400 Lexus, and in a 240. It's cool putting stuff that doesn't belong somewhere in there and making it work. That's how I look at it. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of the fittings, or the fitting, and some hose. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and use this end of this one because it's still good, like not hard, but stout rubber. That end is soft, so I'm probably going to cut this and use it as my extension piece, and then just get a whole new one for that, because I'd like to get a little more length to get a little more curve back here, because this is trying to kink up here on the firewall. But we're getting there, guys. If we can find this F-body intake and the front drive accessories, I'll tell you what, we're in luck. The reason I haven't been gung-ho about this thing, obviously, is this kink right here in this hose. I don't like that. It's not closing the whole thing off. It's all open over here, but it's this corner that's kinking. We don't want any kinks. But the thing is we're probably going to end up switching this water pump to an F-body one, which means I'm probably going to end up having to change the radiator hoses. Because I know the F-body, it comes out the front, which means all we'll need is a little one to go kind of up and over. So it'll be pretty easy to do. There's no sense in getting that permanent yet. Now, I don't know about the lower radiator hose. I think it comes out the bottom, but I think we can still make this work, depending on how it goes. Either way, we're getting somewhere for now. We might end up getting an ICT mount. They make one for the truck pump and alternator that mount it down lower. We might end up going that route to keep the truck spacing, and we might just keep our water pump crank and AC pulley. If anybody knows anything about any of these, feel free to leave something in the comments. Oh, look, a bot in my Kick chat. Kentucky Gamer, would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular. Nezhana.com. I bet that's what we're going to do. Not. That's crazy. Looks like we got 6 viewers over on Kick right now. Let's go. How's everybody doing today over there? Are there real people on Kick anymore, or is it all just bots? We got 3 over on YouTube and 1 on Twitch, and I don't think we have any active on Facebook right now. No. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate everybody joining in. We're just tinkering with this LS swap. I'm about to pull the exhaust manifolds off to put these new gaskets on. I have to clean the surfaces, and I got to do a little grinding on this driver's side one, but other than that, they're ready to install. Give me just a second here to grab some tools. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and start on this driver's side. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know I can bust the head of this. This was $28 on Temu. Highly recommend. The batteries from Temu too. They're all DeWalt stuff, but they fit DeWalt stuff. But we also have to find all our exhaust hardware. I've got to clean these off with a wire brush or scrape them because they've got gasket on them that it's tore all to hell, so they're not going to work. Let me straighten up my bench so I got some place to do this kind of stuff real quick. It's all going to pot over here. I'll tell you what. Now I just get busy and I set stuff down rather than putting it up. Terrible for you. I don't know if you guys are the same or not. You get a lot of that over here. Welcome in, welcome in. Swaps and stuff. Heck yeah, what's going on? I am LS swapping. 1 second here. I'll talk to you face to face. I am LS swapping this 1964 Chrysler Newport. Had a 361 big block in it that was believed to be knocking and a transmission that was slipping. Now, when I pulled them, there's only 4 torque converter bolts. 3 out of 4 were loose, which would have gave you the noise. There was a 5th one bouncing around in the bell housing. Somebody had been in there before, and it is what it is. The transmission only had about 3 quarts of fluid in it. It had a pretty nasty pan leak. He told me that they swapped pans twice. They swapped gaskets. So I don't know what's going on there. He just wanted rid of it. He was dead set on an LS swap. He got an 07 drive-by-wire 4th gen truck. Obviously, none of the truck accessories or intake work. They're all too tall. The alternator sits about 4 inches too tall. The intake sits about 3 inches too tall. So we're hunting F-body now. It's already got definitely a nice platform, big bike. Big, yeah. This customer does not want flashy. He doesn't want chrome. He doesn't want a sheet metal intake. He didn't want headers. He wanted it to look like it came in their stock. So we're using stock expansion tank. I found some cast block hugger manifolds because he was dead set. He did not want headers. He wanted cast manifolds. But this is a rear steering car. Another reason why we had to go with the F-body. Oil pan was to clear the steering linkage in the back. We ended up using 96 Ram 1500 318 mounts with the adjustable sliding brackets for LS swaps. It set the engine in there dead center. It got us to the height we needed. It actually worked out pretty well. I just had to modify one of the mount holes on each mount to be able to bolt them down. But it worked perfect. I was really happy with that. And then these block hugger manifolds, man, they clear. It's tight on the steering box. It's very tight. Not happy with it, but he is. It's what he wanted. But he's wanting to get F-body intake and even put an F-body like engine cover on it. Like he wants to pop the hood and it looked like it was supposed to come with an LS. And I said, man, I can do it. I did a square body years ago for one of the local tow company operators here that I don't think he's towing anymore now, but back then I was working for him. Well, I was working for another shop when I did the swap and then went to work for him a couple years later and helped him finish the interior out, and he'd painted it. But when you popped the hood, like it had the factory electric box with the fuse panel and shit in it, expansion tank, even the air box. Like you would open the hood and it looked like a 2004 Chevy under the hood. It was wild. Comes from my Honda days, I think, man. A lot of the guys that I hung out with down in Knoxville, and I lived down there for about, 7 or 8 years. I had one in particular, my buddy T, shout out T. He would always tell me when we were doing these Honda swaps, he put everything back in the exact place. And he's like, man, the Japanese call it wa. He's like, everything's just right. It's like where it's supposed to be. Kentucky guy myself, heck yeah, man. I'm over here in Williamsburg. Southeastern Williamsburg, I-75, right at the Tennessee line before you get to Lake Jellicoe, and I-75 heading into Knoxville. But yeah, since then, man, I've just always been like, I like putting stuff, like if there's a factory bracket, like use that bracket, like put it where it's supposed to go. When we're done, this wiring harness will be in hangers, you know what I mean? Where I'm just figuring out where it's going now, and I'm not going to drill a bunch of holes and all this. If there's a spot I can grab like a factory stud or mount hole and mount it, I'm going to use it. That was the big thing with this swap. Everything we've done so far, we haven't modified the car. I drilled one hole in a cross member for my lower bracket for the expansion tank. It was that front cross member that the torsion bars connect to. I just went through the top with a 9/16 hole and put a bolt in for that on the lower. That's the only modifications to the actual car we've done. The trans mount, the 4L60, sits in the hole, the original hole for the 904 that was in at the Torque Flight. So we actually didn't have to mod it at all. I was really surprised because I thought we were going to set it back a little bit. The tail shaft is shorter, so it's a little close to the cross member, but I think we're going to have clearance there. I can spin the yoke and we're not touching, so we should be good there. It's coming along. I'm about to get drive shaft measurements so we can get that. Not sure on throttle body yet. This is a drive-by-wire harness that he sent over. The motor was originally drive-by-wire. I'm not sure what we're going to find with an F-body. Or an intake. I don't know what we're going to go with yet. So I might be doing an electric throttle pedal. The motor's harnessed up for what's there right now. So the harness is there. I just need to get like my mount for my ECU and mount my fuse box. I'm going to have to build brackets for that stuff is what it's going to come down to, but no big deal. As far as the cooling system goes, We need to figure out what water pump we're using, because if we end up having to go with the F body, that nose is going to be a little shorter. We've got about 3¼ inches right now between the threaded portion for the torque fan or the clutch fan on the trucks and the front or the back of the radiator. So we could still fit a pretty good sized fan in there. But I think if we use the F body, we're going to end up with a little bit more room because we won't have that nub. I've got to extend one heater hose, the one that comes off that goofy GMT in the line that comes off the water pump. So it's like 3/4 where it comes off the water pump. It tees into 5/8 for the heater hose, and then in the other side of the tee is a 1-inch going to the expansion tank. So you'd have to build this monstrosity of a brass bullshit to even try to remake that. It's plastic. So I'm just going to extend one of the heater hoses about 1 foot and have it go where it needs to go. Power steering, AC, and alternator. Again, all F-body stuff. Shifter, we're in the air about. These torque flights are a lever for park, and then reverse drive, second, first, and neutral. Obviously, you've got those buttons on the dash. And you just push the button that would pull a cable and shift it inside that torque flight. Well, adapting that 3-speed button shift to a 4L60, they're a cable where GM makes theirs 2-piece. I need to look at the end of my cables. I think I might be able to hook the one from the park, the pull down lever. I might be able to adapt that to that mid piece and that GM shifter cable. So on the transmission, it would be stock. It would clip in its bracket, clip on the shifter. And at the other end, if we can use that lever, no, it's not using the push buttons, but we don't have to put a shifter in the car. Feel like a glove, definitely doing. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I was just saying earlier, my first one ever was like an early 80s Chevy bread truck, dude. Like we had to go through the passenger door and go through like the doghouse cover to set it in. It was such a pain in the ass getting a cherry picker through there and getting it laid down in. I've done square body Chevys, Nissan 240s. I've done a Jeep Wrangler. That one was pretty cool. Worked on quite a bit of them, man. They're fun as hell. I've got a guy locally that does wiring harnesses and does the HP tuners to flash the ECUs. It's always a fun experience. I was telling all my buddies yesterday, man, like my dream, I started streaming like 5 years ago, and my dream has always been to like own my own shop and do like cool LS swaps. And when I got into streaming, I was like, if I could stream that, like that would be awesome. In August, I didn't have this shop. This wasn't here. I took a picture of a truck I serviced. It was parked right where this thing is, facing that way. And it was sitting on a dirt pad. I started in May. My whole place is a hillside. I started leveling this out with a tiller, a wheelbarrow, and a shovel. Staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning some nights, here and there. Like I've got 3 kids. I'm a single dad, so I did it when I could, man. And I leveled it out. I got about a 20 by 20 pad close to level. My cousin came out and cut into the bank a little further because we were getting some pretty hard clay with his dozer, and leveled out my pad for me all the way. And me and my other brother got this place up. And I've just been building since, man. I just moved my streaming rig in here, and now here I am, just a few months later with a lot of hard work, and I'm streaming LS builds in my own shop, and fucking working on Harleys and diesels and who knows what. I love it. I'm happier than I've been in a long time, and I hope to be able to continue to do this, man. It's a lot of fun. Hello, what's going on?